Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is William. Okay, today we read another part of the Bible. Today we read 2 Kings chapter 7. Okay. Then Elisha said, "Hear ye the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, tomorrow about this shall measure the fine flour and sold it for a shekel, 2 measures of barley for the shekel in the gate of Samaria." And the Lord of the host handed the king, then answered the man, and God had said, "Behold, if the Lord had make windows in heaven, then might they just make them be." And he said, "Behold, thou shalt see it with thine eyes, and they shall not eat thereof." And there was 4 leprous men at the entering of the gate. And he said to another, "Why sit here until we die? If we say, we will enter the city, of the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit still here, we die also. Now therefore come, and let us fall into the host of Syrians. If they shall save us alive, and they shall live. And if they kill us, we shall but die. We shall but die." And they rose up in the twilight and go into the camp of the Syrians. And they were come unto the uttermost part of the camp of Syria. Behold, there was no man there, for the Lord had made the host of Syrians to hear a noise of chariots, a noise of horses, and a noise of the great host. And they said to another, "Lo, the king of Israel hath hired against the kings of the Hittites and the kings of the Egyptians to come upon us." Wherefore they arose and fled in the twilight, and left their tents, and their horses, and their asses, and even the camp as it was, and fled for their life. And when these lepers came to the outermost part of the camp, they went to the one tent, and they did eat and drink, and carried the silver and gold and raiment. They went to the hid it, and came again to the entering of another tent, and carried thence also, and also they hid it. Also went and hid it. And he said another, "We do not well this day, is a good tidings. We are placed our tarry of morning light, and mischief will come us now. Therefore, come that way, and go tell the king's household." And so they came to the call of the porter, unto the porter of the city. They told him, saying, We come to the camp of Syrians, and behold, there was no man there. And the voice of men but horses tied, and as tied as their tents they were. As they called the porters, as they holded in the king's houses there within. And the king arose in the night, and said to the servants, "I will now shew you the Samaritans were done to us. They know that we might be hungry, therefore we might go out of the camp to hide themselves in the field, saying that when they come in the city, we shall catch them alive, and into the city. And they shall, when the servants answered and said, Let us take, I pray thee, 5 of the horses that remain were left in the city. Behold, they was all multitude of Israel left in it. Behold, I say there were all multitude of Israelites that are consumed, and that is sand and sea. He took therefore 2 chariot horses, and the king said, Have the host of the Syrians, saying, Go and see. And they went after him unto Jordan, and all the way, the full of garments and vessels which the Syrians had cast away in their haste. And the messengers returned and told the king. And the people went out and spoiled their tents of the Syrians, and so they measured the flour, and sold the shekel, and the 2 measures of barley and shekel, according to the word of the Lord. And the king appointed the Lord, and who has he leaned to have the charge of the gate, and the people are trod upon him in the gate. And he died as the man of God had said, who spake when the king came down to him. And it came to pass when the man of God had spoken to the king, saying, 2 measures of barley for a shekel, and measure of fine flour in this shekel. It shall be tomorrow about this time in the gate of Samaria. And he answered the man of God and said, Now, behold, the Lord hath made windows of heaven, and such might anything be. He said, Behold, thou shalt see with thine eyes, but they shall not eat thereof. And so they fell out of him, where the people had drove upon him in the gate, and he died. Okay, that's ending of 2 Kings chapter 7. And next we'll read 2 Kings chapter 8. Okay. Anyway, I have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it, and stay bye.